I suppose essentially this boils down to a stranglehold that the Catholic Church has had on Irish society. And, I think it's important to point out that those who have been heckling others today and those who have been defending the Catholic Church and saying that the Catholic Church has a right to be involved in healthcare are anti-choice. And that's the concern that we have. I'm not a religious person. I'm not Catholic. I have a right to go into a state hospital and to have the kind of care that I want, that I'm legally entitled to in this country. Someone else has a right to go into a church and to pray, and they have religious freedom. And the whole point of this is that the government is in a difficult position, and probably successive governments have been in a difficult position, because fundamentally our schools, our hospitals, they have been under religious control for so long that it is very much part of the legal basis upon which they're founded. And to move from that into something else which is completely state-owned is very, very difficult. And it has taken 8 years to get to this point. But I also am concerned when what the Mulvey Agreement actually says is that the religious order shall not have undue influence. That's the concern. I think it's undue influence. It shouldn't have any influence. I think Senator Conway pointed that out. So that agreement that we're really saying that is the basis for this hospital is the concern. But I'm not convinced that it's as straightforward as some people are pointing out to actually move into a different situation. And I know that the Minister and I know that the government are trying all they can, and that there are ongoing negotiations. And really what we want is to be assured that every single avenue is being chased up, because the land should be in state ownership. I think most of us here, not all, but most of us would say that the land should be in state ownership. And how do we get to that point is the problem. How do we get to the point where the 90% of our schools that are also owned by the Catholic Church in one way or another, whether through another company or not, how do we get to the point of moving them over into state ownership? It's not an easy task. And I don't have all of the answers, but I do know that at least most of us are on the same page and know what we want to happen. I've brought forward motions myself in relation to contraceptives. I have worked for a long time in relation to repealing the Eighth Amendment. So I think that most of us are coming at this from with the best of intentions, yourself included, Minister. We might disagree on different things, but yourself included. So I would love to hear from you, Minister, what steps are being taken to ensure that we can move not just this hospital, but Irish society into a different place, because we are quite entitled to feel that we have been let down for generations and generations by the Catholic Church, because we have been. And all of those who are contacting us and who are concerned are quite right to be concerned. But we also need to make sure that the hospital is built, because it's 8 years too long. These negotiations are 8 years too long, and we still don't have any groundwork done on that site. Thank you very much for listening to me, and I wish I had all of the answers, but I don't. I just know we need a hospital built. It should be on state land, and now we need to get to that point through some form of negotiation, unfortunately. I think that CPOing could take the same length of time again, and that's my big concern in relation to CPOing. If the church was to do the decent thing and earn back the respect of the women of this country, which it has lost, then it would gift the land to the state. And I think that people within the Catholic Church themselves might like to think about what kind of pressure they can put on their own church. Thank you.